Good evening, Jen Psaki. The official spokesperson for matters of state for the Obama administration officially said that Israel could have done a lot more to save civilian lives in Gaza. Ms. Psaki, are you out of your mind? You know, when you say something like that, you ought to at least give an example of how they could have saved more lives. I don't recall a single instance where the United States was engaged in battle, including this president, where they called up the place around where they were going to attack to get the civilians out. I don't recall a single instance where the United States sent leaflets all among the civilians that they should run away. Nor did they make a single call where they were going to attack. Israel had a telegraph where they were going to attack hours before, or half hour before. All in the name of preventing additional civilian loss. Now, why did it happen? Why were there civilian casualties? Because the Hamas slime bags put the rocket launchers in the middle of residential neighborhoods, next to where kids play, next to schools, in mosques, in soccer fields. The United States has engaged in many, many acts of attacking their enemies. They attack with drones, they attack with missiles. There is always collateral damage. Show me a single instance where there was no collateral damage and only one was killed was the bad guy. It doesn't happen in real life. It's a tragedy for the family, for the person. But at the end of the day, if you're shooting at me, I'm going to try to flatten you. If you're trying to kill my children, I will have to kill you. And if your children die, that's too bad. I have to defend my children. That's just the reality of life. It's not a happy thing, and nobody is happy about it. Take a look what's going on. A guy tries to assassinate a rabbi, Glick, and then when they try to arrest him, he shoots at the arresters and gets killed. So what happens? There's a riot. What's the riot? A killer, a lowlife got killed. He went ahead and he tried to assassinate an unarmed person because he doesn't like his politics. Yehuda Glick said that the Temple Mount should be open for Jews. Well, that makes a lot of sense. It's the holiest place in the world for Jews. That's where our temple stood, and that's where we believe the temple will be rebuilt. Jerusalem belongs to the Jewish people. It says so in the Bible countless times. The nature of other religions is to try to delegitimize the older religion by taking over their place. That's why Islam destroys the churches, which were there first, destroys the holy places, unless, of course, they're making some money through tourism. So they won't destroy all the things in Bethlehem. They're just going to destroy the Christians who live there. Bethlehem was 80% Christian, 20% Arab in 1967. Today, it's 20% Christian, 80% Arab, Muslim. Why? The birth rate? No, I'll tell you why. Because they kill them. They attack them. You're dealing with a bunch of murderers, scumbags, and lowlifes. And you are saying that we have to defend them and make sure that nobody gets killed. How do you do that? You don't do that in war. In war, unfortunately, there's collateral damage. When the Allies bombed Dresden, they killed 50 to 100,000 people who were not combatants. When they bombed Tokyo, there were 50,000 people who died from napalm and fires. The United States has no business lecturing Israel on how to prevent collateral damage. When they figure out how to do that, they can tell us, because they haven't until now. And let me tell you something else. In 1945, as Hitler is losing the war, and it's clear that he's losing. Yeah, he thinks he might win. He may get an atomic bomb. There may be some regiments that he thinks might be able to attack. After the Battle of the Bulge, it was all over. Everybody knew it was all over. There's one thing he continued to do: kill Jews. That somehow or other made him feel that it was all worth it. The administration was just given a thumping. They had their rumps whipped. It's all over. The administration's policies are done for. They're not going to go anywhere. So when they realize they've lost, do they take a page out of Hitler and attack the Jews? Is that making it all worth their while? Ask yourself that, Jen Psaki.